Okay, and hello. I am, yeah, I am in my office, and welcome to the live stream. Um, now, I have to apologize for the image quality. It is not great. I know, but you're not here to see my face. I guess. Uh, Also, it is now almost 2 o'clock in the morning here in Norway. I decided to try to do a live stream at this hour to see how that goes. And it seems like yes, because lots of you live in North America. So I can see in the chat now that there are lots of people joining, which is great. I'm going to try to my I didn't set up. I have some. That's a camping light, but I'm going to try to sort this out the best I can. If this is a success, hold on. That will give me a headache for sure. Hold on. Yeah, that's giving me a headache. Okay. Like that. Okay. We'll try it like that. No, hold on. I am sorry. Okay, there we go. So if this is a success, I will absolutely consider doing more of these live streams. Now, I really wanted to be in my Viking cabin, but there are some practical issues concerning that, and also I have a visitor coming today from Sweden. Actually, I'm going to sort everything out in the Viking cabin because he will be spending the night there. Okay, so let's get straight to the point here, or several points. I have several things I want to talk about. To be honest with you, I am not very up to date when it comes to celebrities, but I saw here on YouTube that there is something called the Mets Gala, and lots of people have been talking about um, I've been talking about AOC's dress, where it said "tax rich." So she's at a gala where the ticket or to entry costs like $30,000. That's what I heard. $30,000, and she is posing there in a supposedly very expensive dress as well, and it says "tax to rich." You know, the irony in that is it's perfect, and these people they are urinating on you, and they don't even have the decency to call it rain. That's what's happening, and people who can't see that, I don't know what to say to those people. It's too late for them, I guess. It is um it is truly amazing. I wouldn't myself, I wouldn't have the stomach to do that, because it goes beyond any sort of decency, any sort of morals, and I don't think they have any of those things. Now, um, I yeah, if I'm going to tell you that I will not be able to see all the messages in the live stream now, because it's moving very fast, which is great. Also, if I pause it, It kind of builds up a lot. So you can, if you do have the financial resources, you can give me a super chat. That is very much appreciated. So we can do that. But I always forget to say this. If you are in a difficult situation, for instance, if you feel that you should be more prepared, buy more food to put away, and so on and so on, do that instead. I urge you to do that instead. Take care of yourself and your family. But also, I won't lie, any super chat is, of course, very much appreciated. You can also become a member to this channel. I do frequent live streams and some members on the videos as well. So, okay. Now, before I forget, I was sent a few books by Karen Stevenson first. Hold on, I will do, I'll do like this. Edible Wild Plants by Karen Stevenson. Thank you very much for that. And I really need to sort out the light. My problem is with the light is if I put the light behind the screen, I get a headache from that. So, but I'm sure there are ways to do that. And also, Winter Survival Food by Karen Stevenson. I got these yesterday, so I haven't been able to have a look yet. And also, I got this book by John Jones, Courage, Loss, and Other Work. It's poetry. So, thank you for those. Very much appreciated. Okay. Now, some super chats. FLIBTRRDS. I have to be careful with certain words here. Americans are with you. Well, that makes me very proud and happy. Thank you for that. Sic semper tyrannis. Also, Rose, thank you for the donation there. That's awesome. Thanks a lot. Okay, let's see her. Jason, thanks a lot. Jason sends lots of love from Michigan. Okay. And Eric, thanks a lot. That's English pounds. That must be from the UK, I guess. Hope you are well. I'm just chipping a little something in. And what's Norway like this time of year? Have not been for a little over 20 years. Well, I can tell you that Norway is strangely very warm. It doesn't feel right. It should be cold now. It is very warm. At the moment, it's raining. It hasn't been raining for, well, the weather has been very dry. So, okay, let's go down here in the chat. I'll try to keep an eye on the chat the best I can, but let's get on with the topics. I am noticing that of all the presidents, prime ministers, and world leaders now, don't get me wrong here, I do not yeah, I'm using the word world leaders not because I believe that they are the, yeah, I won't get into that, but stay with me here. Presidents, prime ministers, so on, all those people, I think President Biden is the most aggressive at this point. And if you listen to his speeches, if you have listened to his speeches lately, they are very offensive. They are very, very divisive and offensive. So whoever is writing his speeches must have gotten instructions that we are ramping up the rhetoric now. We want to create a vision of a strong, aggressive president. And also, you have to ask yourself, why is it that they are using such divisive rhetoric now? I'm sure that you have some ideas, but it strikes me as very obvious what's going on here, because he is aggressive towards his own countrymen. He's aggressive and divisive in his approach to people in the United States. And you all know what I'm talking about here, I guess. But why is that? Our patience is wearing thin, and we don't have patience with you anymore, and so on, and so on. Why is it that the rhetoric is so aggressive now? Now, I think this signals more mandates. I think this is a sign that there will be more force applied. There will be more pressure put on people to abide, to obey. Okay, I'll let that simmer a little bit with you guys, and I'll check the chat here. Okay, so now let's see. Zachary, thanks a lot for the donation. Live free, my friends. Yes, absolutely. Studio 314, thanks for the donation. Good evening from Indiana, USA. We must stand like Vikings against tyranny. Yes, absolutely. Okay. So, yeah, China is mentioned, and a certain ideology. I'll try to avoid certain words here. A certain ideology that starts with F and A and ends with schism is also mentioned. Losing power midterm election in 2022, Republican will sweep Congress, so on and so on. Now, okay. Let's say that more mandates are coming, more regulations are coming, more pressure is going to be put on people who haven't had the medication, so to speak, the injectable mystery juice and all that. what are they going to do to those people who will just refuse? Like, I know I will never have that thing. And I would rather live up in a tree and eat the leaves off that tree to sustain myself than have that thing, you know. And this is not about that thing in itself so much. It's about freedom of choice, and I respect people's choice. If you want to have that thing, well, you should, and I will respect that. But the thing is, freedom of choice is no longer respected, and I think we are all seeing that now. The interesting part here is what's next, and I think it's painfully obvious what's going to be next on the agenda. They now have a system in place designed in such a way that the populations can be controlled and the behavior of the population can be controlled. So why not apply this to what they like to call protecting the environment? Why not apply it there? And I think it's quite obvious that's coming. But okay, let me take a look at the super chats here. Thomas Jackson, thanks a lot for the donation. Will it take a catalyst or a leader to unite the citizens that decide to fight this usurpacious legislation? Inevitably, we will see genuine men of Viola. Okay, I'm not so good at English, I guess, so maybe I mispronounced something there. Okay, I hope I did not miss any of the. Hold on. Any of the super chats. Okay. We got someone from Japan here, from Tokyo. Komagata. I really want to go to and visit your country. That's been a dream of mine for a long time. Seamus Dirty Moccasins, thanks for the donation. Yes, it says that could always be better prepared, but the nomadic life sets weight limits, absolutely, especially if you're on foot. But yeah, greetings from North Idaho. Division is the only way they have a chance of winning. Absolutely. Now, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. What I think is happening now is that we are seeing the last stages of a not the last stages, but we are seeing the end of democracy. We have had historically speaking, quite a short period of time with democracy, meaning that you could vote for the people who you want to, rule the country, and if the majority don't like them, they can get rid of them. At least that's the principle. But we are, I believe, seeing the end of that now, and we are moving towards or back to a system called feudalism, where you don't have ownership of property, owning your own house, car, and so on will be reserved for a certain minority in the population. I think we are moving towards that now. It won't be medieval feudalism. Some trolls in the comments on my Feudalism 2.0 video, they said that you don't understand what feudalism was. Well, yes, I do understand what feudalism was, and I'm not saying we're going to get medieval feudalism now. We're going to get a new version of feudalism, and you can't really have democracy in that system. So, but okay. Studio 314, again, thanks for the donations. Yeah, I'm reading your comments. I'm going to be a little bit careful with certain words here. You know how YouTube works. Live free, no matter. Live in the woods and eat bugs if it takes that. Okay, let's have a look here. I live in the UK, says Dreno, and thanks for the donation there. If I went into the woods, I'll be easily found. Yeah, well, that's something I want to talk about. But before I do that, I have to ask you all to do me a favor. And this is kind of important, actually. Can you share my videos, one of my videos, for instance, or recommend my channel to friends and family? Because we now have 1,344 people in watching this, and if all of you could recruit one subscriber, it would help the channel a lot. I know that every time I do a live stream, I lose a few hundred subscribers. It's crazy, I know. Maybe it's the bad lighting, or maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe it's my my accent. I don't know. My face. So yeah, well, this channel, because what's happening, and this has been going on for 3 months now. That Sole Deo Gloria, thanks for the donation there. I lose subscribers every day, and I do not get any of my videos promoted. Nothing, and that's a problem, because YouTube will continue to bury my channel more and more in the system. Studio 314, thanks for the donation. I very much appreciate that. I will probably do yeah, well, the problem with Odyssey, we can talk freely there. Well, yes and no. You see, in my case, as a public person, I need to be careful on all the platforms, because people just, what people do, they copy and they take out the parts that make you look bad, and they share that on the internet. So it doesn't really matter much which platform I'm on. Stolwin's Forge, thanks for the donation. Stolwin's Forge says, I have a plan. Should it go belly up? The rumored man that lives on the mountain working in his forge. Exactly. Okay. Yeah, well, and also, let me just be very honest with you here about these alternative platforms. Please. My main platform is my website. It doesn't matter which video hosting platform I am using, because I will be embedding the videos on my website. There's a link to my website in all my video descriptions and in all my intros to my videos. And also, if I ask people to emigrate to other platforms, the problem with that is that I am basically losing money on that. And don't get me wrong here, I'm not doing this, I'm not in this for the money, but at this point, now that I'm making videos practically every day and live streams as well, it takes a lot of time, and I can only justify spending that much time if there is income that's coming from my video productions. And if I do that on Odyssey or these other platforms, I mean, there is no money in that. There is no money in that. So that's why, as a video hosting platform, YouTube will remain my main platform. And one commenter that they have better money transfer. No, not really. It's not so great. And I post on both, yes, but listen, if all you guys emigrated to the alternative video platforms, it would decimate my income stream, and I would practically have to go back to making maybe one video every 2 weeks or something like that. So please do not leave YouTube. I know YouTube is what it is, but it's also important to understand that it is work, and for that work you need to have an income, or else you can't do that work. You'll have to find something else to do. Okay, I'm sure this is not interesting to you guys, but I wanted to yeah, I know. It's I also, by the way, and this is the last thing I will say about and reply to when it comes to the alternative platforms. I think most people, they do not read their terms of service. They are generally very, very bad for the creator. Okay, if you look at, for instance, BitChute's terms of service, I do not upload videos to BitChute anymore because of their terms of service. Okay. I will be looking briefly at the super chats now. Studio 314 again. Well, thanks a lot. Yes, that sitting down face to face, that would be awesome. And Quibbles. Yes, I have listened to Røde, not so much Heilung. Heilung doesn't really give me that Viking feel, maybe because it's not linked to the Viking age, I guess. But many people associate them with the Vikings and so on. Okay, I'm now having trouble keeping up with the super chats, which is which is great. Thanks a lot, Brian. Thanks a lot for the donation. I will try to keep up the good work. Absolutely. Hockey Town Love. Well, thank you. Thanks for the donation as well. And okay, let me just get it's moving very fast now. Okay, Curtis, thanks for the donation. Okay, and okay, you'll have to excuse me. I'll just say thanks a lot, everyone, for the donations. And I'll just have to scroll down now. Okay. I'm really sorry, but I'll have to keep talking because people are waiting for the next thing on the agenda. I have an agenda as well. Thanks a lot, Lisa. Welcome as a member to the channel. Wonderful. I'll have a members only live stream up in tomorrow or the day after that. Well, in a few days, and anyway. So, what I try to do is to look at, to gather information about what's going on in many countries. And here's a bit of criticism to you Americans. It's a friendly criticism, not to all Americans, but some Americans, especially on YouTube and especially in the prepping community, they seem to live in this, I'm sorry to say this, a bubble. They speak about Americans and America and what's going on in our country, and that's all they speak about. There is a big world out there, okay? And this is much easier for people living in a small country like Norway to see and to understand, because we are constantly, and much more so than America, under the influence of other countries. So what I try to do is to look at what's happening in the world as a whole, to the best of my knowledge, and I try to see if there is a pattern. I try to see if there is a probability that these things are connected. And one trend that I'm seeing now is countries are getting socialist governments. Now, if you let's go back a few years, and at least here in Europe, there was a lot of talk about how socialism as a socialist parties and social democrat parties, they were not doing so well. They were losing support among the populations. And I can't see that has changed, but still they are voted in to rule the countries in Europe. That happened in Norway a couple of days ago. Now we're going to have a socialist government, and we've had a conservative government for 8 years. And it puzzles me. I find it a bit strange. Why is it that everything has changed now? Why is that? I'm not going to answer that question. I'm just saying that these things doesn't add up. Okay, just a comment again. Many people are saying I should go to other platforms, and I won't repeat myself, but please, what's happening on the other platforms is that people go there and they download the videos that I put there, and they cut out the parts that make me look bad, and they post those on social media, mainstream platforms. So it doesn't help, really. It doesn't really help. Okay. So, why is it that things have changed? Now, some people will say, well, they are cheating. Some people will say that, well, it's because of immigration. Some people will say that young people are voting for political parties on the left mainly because they care more about the environment. Now, I'll leave that. I think that's not necessarily true, but what we saw in Norway was that, and I could tell from the start that yeah, okay, let me get this right here. In the mainstream media, leading up to the election, they said on a daily basis that this is going to be an election about the environment. People are going to vote for those parties that have the best policies for protecting the planet. But people didn't. The Green Party did poorly in the election, especially among young people. Young people. No, let me get this right. In the school election, which is a mock election, because people in schools under the age of 18, they can't vote, but they still have these mock elections in schools. And one of the parties that did very well in the schools were the Progress Party, which is a conservative party. And all the media pundits were very surprised to see this. This is a big surprise. How can young people vote like this? How can they have these opinions? And they even in the NRK, which is the state propaganda channel, they even said that after these results were presented, they kept on going with their narrative, even if they were just lying there. They would standing there lying, and they had the results, and they still said, well, the environment won in the school elections. But that was a lie. That was a lie, and they knew it was a lie. And they backtracked on that a couple of days later. So, yeah, okay. Again. There is also an argument about being on YouTube. I have made these. I am the one I am making that decision, right? When it comes to which platform and platforms I am on, right? And I need to reach people. And people generally are not following me over to the other platforms. They are not. So if I want to reach a lot of people, I better stay on YouTube. That's why I am staying on YouTube. That's why I'm doing this on YouTube now. If I did a live stream on an alternative platform, I would maybe have, 10 people watching. Okay. And also, there's a lot of good features about YouTube. They will take down videos if people, it's good to share the video link. It's not so nice if you download other people's video and you put it on your channel. If you do that on YouTube, they will tell you, and you can report it, and they will take down that video. So, okay. I'm going to have to take my jacket off here. It's warm now. Now, I'm sorry about this. I'm completely behind when it comes to the super chats, but what I will do is I'll scroll up at the end of the live stream and hold on. I'm in a very comfortable chair, and I can't get up. I have the laptop on my lap. Is that why it's called a laptop? Okay. Much better. Okay, my t-shirt. You know what it says? Hvorfor har du ikke bart? It means, why don't you have a mustache? It's very funny. Because have you seen the people that only have a beard but no mustache? That's very strange. Seems very strange to me. Yeah. So let me get back to this comment about what if you're on what if you are in the UK and things go properly sideways? What are you going to do? What if they just try to crush you properly with mandates? They lock you up in your home and so on and so on. And now you'll have to forgive me, but I forgot your name now. But I think you said, where can I go? Well, here's the thing. When it comes to being prepared, I believe that you should always have a plan to leave. And this is where, in my opinion, many preppers, I wouldn't say fail, but that part is lacking. Because they plan to stay at their homestead or their bug out location and so on. I think that will be in many cases unrealistic. One day you'll just have to leave, probably on short notice. So you need plans to get away, okay? And those plans will depend on the geography of your country, right? So if you are in the middle of a big continent, let's say Russia or the United States, you will not be able to leave your country. Well, you will be able to leave your country, but it will take time for you to get to the border, right? And when you get to the border, you might not be able to cross the border unless you can go through the woods, the wilderness, and into another country through the wilderness. In Norway, we are quite lucky in that way because Norway is a coastal country. Like, there's a reason why the Vikings, they were, a coastal people, and because Norway is a long strip of coastal area. and the mountains inside there, and so on. But for me, now I have a sailing boat, and it would be a lot easier for me to get away by sailing than by walking or even driving, because the border would probably be closed and so on. When it comes to the UK, as an island, as a very, very populated island, I would say that you should have a plan to leave by sea. That's my opinion. I think that's the only option, actually. And I know people, like a coast guard and so on, could come and get you, but it is your only option if you have to get out. Okay. Now my battery is running low, so I'll keep an eye on that, and I'll finish this live stream when it does. I will go up now and have a look at the super chats. Wow. J.R. Keelan, $100. Keep inspiring. Well, you inspired me now. That's wonderful. Thank you. Thanks a lot. What can I say? That's wonderful. Thanks a lot. Okay, let me see if I can get this thing here to show the other super chats. Okay, I'll have to scroll up. Lots of comments here. I want to thank you all for all the comments in the chat. Can I also say, like I said a few minutes ago, that for some reason, maybe it's my face, maybe it's the bad lighting here. Triple R. I won't answer that question, but thank you for the donation. I lose subscribers every time I do a live stream. So I still want to do them, but can I ask you to maybe suggest to friends and family and so on that they come and subscribe to my channel? YouTube is, I think, suppressing my channel now, because it's been going on for 3 months now. It has stalled completely, and none of my videos are being promoted by YouTube. They get hidden after a few hours, and so it's a struggle now, to be honest with you. Okay, Matthew Johnson, do you fish? Not really, but I would if I had to. I do have fishing equipment. Leave and go where, though? I'm an American. If America falls, there is nowhere left to go. Well, there is always options. That's what I would say. And at the end of the day, if things go properly bad, as I said in my video yesterday, you might not have a choice, right? Refugees, they very often do not have a choice. They have to leave, and they don't know if it will be better where they are heading, but that's their only option. So I'm not saying that's going to happen, but if we look back at world history, sometimes you don't have an option because you're persecuted, you're chased, you have to leave. Okay, Dreno, thanks for the donation. Buying a catamaran. Yes, that was your comment, of course, yes. Very wise. Ansak Patriot says, from Australian Dane, I'm really sorry about the state of things in your country. The heart of the unconstitutional, unlawful, totalitarian extremist state will fight until the end. Hell or lykke. Okay. Now I'm losing batteries very fast now. The Shima Trap, thanks for the donation. May lose my job if I don't get thing, even though I'm a remote worker. It's, yeah, as you say, evil and wrong. I don't know. Make your own business. Do something. Try to find the solution. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay. Now I'm going to have to end this live stream now, and I'll quote Yankee Doodle Dandy, who says, "If you're reading this, please know you're not alone." Exactly. We are the lucky ones because we have been given the opportunity to show what we're made of. It's going to be hard. It is hard. But we will fight our way through this. And maybe we can even make this world a better place by doing that. We will win this. I'm totally convinced we are going to win this. Okay, I'll have to end this live stream now. Now I will just move over to another part of my office and start writing. So this is starting my working day quite early. It's 2:47 a.m. here in Norway now. Okay. Thank you all. And let me just thank Walter Daniels for this awesome donation. Your voice I rely on. Thank you. Logic and Reason. I try my best, and thanks for that awesome donation. Thank you. Okay. I should have gotten a cable for my laptop in here, but I forgot. Okay. Stay strong out there. You are not alone. We will get through this. And I will always be here. And again, if you can, please invite people to my channel and suggest that they subscribe. It would really, really help the channel. Thanks a lot, and have a nice day.